see it in my eyes. I've been one correspondent, and I've been.
You know, that's one song though I could listen all the way through.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I'm not one of I'm a changer. You know, I'm about 40
Are you
seconds.
really?
Oh,
I can't
I would
stand
just
that.
piss you off in the car because I would just
Exactly.
change. I'm like 30 seconds after I hear the chorus, I'm good to go.
Absolutely not. I don't even care what we listen to as long as there's something going on. And so just hearing the silence gets to me. So I don't know. And,
But yeah, that's one. You know, I'm a big America guy.
yeah, that's fair enough. That's
You know,
a good one.
that's
yeah.
good road cruise music.
Exactly, yeah. There's
Yeah.
some good like road trip songs that just like I've made
Yeah.
a couple of playlists lately, and there've been some good ones that just come up.
You
Yeah,
haven't been on the show in a while. What have I done to you?
well, I missed you, and you look very spiffy, by the way.
Well, I told you I was getting kind of ragged on because, no pun intended, because I was wearing sweatpants
Yeah.
a lot. And, you know, might have been a sign of my mental time, but that's okay.
That's all right.
I'm here now. I told everyone I'm doing at least jackets now. I just don't,
Good for you.
I don't want to do traditional suits. It looks like such an old man thing, you know?
Yeah, that's
Well,
fair
especially
enough.
because I host like a talk show. It's not like I'm on Fox News.
That's a
or
good
CNN.
point.
Like if
Yeah.
I'm there, but even then, I probably wear a sweatshirt.
Well, and that's fair. I think that's genuine.
That's just me, you know?
Exactly, that's you. Live it up. But no, you look very nice.
How's Blog Talks been?
It's been good. It's been I don't know about you, but the start of the year has been kind of busy in a good way.
It
Just
has been
busy.
very busy.
Yeah, just a lot going on. So, but no, for Blog Talk, since I've spoken to you, I've written 2 stories and 2 blog talks. One about the overnight warming locations and one about freezing for funds, which I did a couple weeks ago. So lots of fun things to talk
Let's
about.
knock freezing for funds out of the way because that
Yeah.
was a couple of that was the one I missed. It was the snowstorm that happened. Is what happened.
Well, that's not your fault. I missed that because I was home that day because
Yeah,
I
that's
couldn't get
right.
out of break.
Darn you!
Yeah,
no,
that's on me. I'm
but,
sorry.
So, how was freezing for funds? Just real quick, was it fun?
Oh, it was so fun. No, it was. Was it fun? No,
You're getting in freezing lake water.
It was fun. It was just also like freezing. So no, for anyone who's unfamiliar, freezing for funds is this cool polar plunge, literally cool, that people do in Godfrey, where you wade into the lake at Glazebrook Park, and the money that you raise and that they collect in donations goes to a local charity. And this year it went to the YWCA, which is really cool. So
Yeah.
it was a fun day.
Back-to-back champions.
Yeah, they were. I did it last year, and YWCA won last year too. So maybe I'm bringing them good luck. I don't
There
know.
you go.
Maybe it's on me, but it was really fun. It was nice to be there.
That's good. You know, I always tell myself I'm gonna like last year I said I was gonna do it,
Yeah.
and this year I said I was gonna do it too. And what happened was I honestly the day happened and just kind of CJB and CJ overslept, and that's rare.
Literally, though,
Yeah.
like I don't know. It was an early morning, so I get it.
It was it's cool though to see everyone kind of coming together and
Yeah.
raising some money and a cool cause too.
Yeah, no, it's a cool situation. It's a cool.
Thank you for stepping up to the plate when I could not.
You're welcome. No, it's a neat idea, and it's a fun way to bring the community together. And it's neat. I've only done it twice now, but both years it was cool just seeing everyone in Godfrey kind of come out and enjoy the morning too. Because like there were donuts from Duke Bakery and coffee from Shivers, and just people coming out and kind of just enjoying the morning. So it was really nice.
I think I might have missed an interview.
Oh,
That's what that
really?
phone call was.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I do that sometimes. Anyway, we'll reschedule it. But
That'd
with
be
that
good.
being said, it's all making sense now. It's the brain fog in the morning. I had like a phone call and I was trying to, because I normally have it all saved on my work
right.
stuff, but it came on my cell phone. Completely forgot it.
No, it's just a sign of the year, I think, so far. I don't know about you, but yeah.
You were at the overnight warming locations as well, correct? You were training?
No, so I actually volunteer there every couple of days now because it's cold now. So I was there last night, but I'm on a team, like a 3-person, or there are 3 teams basically that come to the overnight warming locations and spend the night there. And so I'm on team 2, and I come every couple of days.
Do you really?
Yeah, and so I was there last night, and so I'm tired today.
No kid. I thought this was a one-time thing that you were just trying out. This is really cool, Sydney. I didn't know you did. Yeah, take me through this. What's it like?
Well, so I want to clarify, just the reason I wrote about it it's not about me, but it just is about like reminding people kind of what that even looks like. Because I think a lot of people are interested in supporting, but they just don't even know where to start, or they might, like, I completely get being a little hesitant because you just aren't familiar with how it works, so.
Or you just don't know the things that are experienced.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't know what we even need there. So no. So anyway, I've been doing it for 2 years now. So I go and basically people come to the overnight warming locations. There's one at Deliverance Temple in Alton, one at Mount Zion Church in Granite City as of a week ago. Yeah, which is really cool. And then one at First Baptist Church in Edwardsville. So basically, it's a place for unhoused community members and anyone who has insufficient heating or just anyone who needs it to come and spend the night on these like really cold nights.
You just never know. I mean, if your heat goes out when it's -7 like it was a few days ago, I mean, you got to find a place quick because that's going to get cold pretty quickly too.
Literally. And I always say, you're one, for the grace of God go I. There's one in it, minute. You never know what your situation is going to be. So so anyway, people come and they spend the night there. And so it opens at around 5 and people come and get dinner and take showers and do laundry. And you can go to the Owl's shop, quote unquote shop, where you can get some coats and gloves and hand warmers and tents and that kind of thing, which is really cool. And then at 11, lights go out. Everybody kind of winds down and kind of goes to bed and that kind of thing. And then in the morning, people get breakfast and 2 bus tokens so they can go to a warming center during the day.
Oh, cool.
So it's really cool.
So what is your, what's the shift look like? Because we've talked about it with, I believe Tyler was on just a few months ago. We were talking about it. But what's the kind of the shift look like overnight? What's that kind of process involved?
Yeah, so my shift is from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. So that's what I spend my evenings doing sometimes.
That's good. I don't know how you're up today, though.
Energy drinks.
There you go.
It all comes down to that caffeine that we talk about sometimes. But no, so basically what that kind of looks like is everyone kind of winds down and, you kind of just are there to make sure everybody has what they need, or if anyone needs anything, we take care of that. And it's great because you just talk to people and you get to know people, and it's really an interesting way to get to know your community members in the area. So, I bring a book every time just for, in the downtime to read, and someone always asks me what I'm reading. And so we just have conversations about that kind of thing. And I wrote in my article, I think it's natural curiosity to like be curious what these people are like that are utilizing the warming centers, and just curious, kind of how that goes. And, even having questions about why are they experiencing homelessness, I think that's a natural curiosity. But the truth is that it's not my business and I don't know, and that's not really the point. The
you're
point
there
is
to
just
support and help.
Yeah, exactly. And not there to fix anybody too, quote unquote. It's not about that. It just is about letting people have a place to sleep in the evening and not freeze to death outside, frankly. So,
Well, and honestly, that's kind of a good understanding too, because I think that could be a misconception as well, maybe, and not in a bad way, but maybe someone looks at it and they go, I'm going to go in there and provide, my own counseling service. And I'm sure there's some way to do that and a proper protocol, but
for sure.
Just to understand though, I mean, what your guys' role is in the community with that is really cool. And it's a good thing for the public to know about.
Well, for sure. And for people who are curious about utilizing the owl too, just know that, we're just there to support and provide a warm place to sleep and some food and shelter. And that's all there is to it. So, there are resources if you're interested. The Owl's mission is to get inside, get connected, get well. So if you want to get connected with resources, then people can help you out with that too, happily. But generally speaking, just the goal is just to make sure everybody's safe for the evening. So it's a cool situation.
Yeah. And so, take me through what the experience has been year 1 to year 2. Have you learned some things? Has it gotten a little bit easier for you? Take me through it.
Yeah, it's been interesting. So I started last year and I wasn't really sure. I learned about the owl actually through this job, just hearing people talk about it and that kind of thing. And I mean, honestly, there's only so many times you can write about something like that before you're like, okay, I got to do something about that because that's, that matters. So, I think my first year I was especially in the beginning, I was very nervous just because I'm a very shy person in general, to be honest with you. And I think I just wasn't sure what to expect. I think, which is part of the reason why I wrote this, is just to let people know what they can expect if they decide to come in or utilize the owl. And it just was a great experience. And I walked away every time I was there just feeling a little bit more full and happy and fulfilled and realizing how important this work is. And, there are people, I want to shout out to the people who are like really running the owl and doing really good work, because they are truly doing good work. And it's working clearly, because we had 44 people last night. Granite City has had, I think, 30 people, and Edwardsville has averaged about 20. So that's about 100 people every night that we're helping. So it's good work, and it's needed work too. I think anyone who who
You don't want anyone to freeze to death. I mean, anyone that
Obviously,
says
yeah.
like, they deserve it. Just, I've never understood that kind of, thought on it too. It's like, just be compassionate,
These are people. These are human beings, I think.
I'm right there with you on that. I just never understood it. Now, here's my question, my real one. What does it annoy? I'm now understanding your annoyance with the self-patronism of patronizing that some people do when it comes to like helping homeless people now, because we are the unhoused, or because like we've talked about like the vlogger that goes up and gives the guy like $100, but like truly, what does it mean for like have you talked to volunteers about that, where it's like, do you guys like need? There's no credit that's really needed. So like, what is your thought about somebody that is it truly help if they're promoting
interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Or is it a marketing deal?
I don't know. I mean,
because you don't talk. I didn't even know you'd done this for 2 years. This is the first time I've learned of it. I knew you like went there. I didn't know that you were actively a participant.
Yeah, it's a really cool situation. But yeah, that's an interesting point. I don't know. I would be curious to speak to somebody who's received help that way and received like that. Can I take a picture? That kind of thing. I'd be curious to hear their thoughts. Point.
Yeah.
Because they definitely know more than I do. But it's interesting. You see those videos all the time, or especially on social media and stuff like that. And sometimes you just gotta wonder, like, what's the point? What are you trying to prove to anybody? So
you don't need to. That's what I'm saying, because I mean, what you're doing is true volunteerism, because I didn't know. Like, seriously, this is the first time I've known about it.
That's nice of you.
Cool. All right, so Gumbo to Go was just there a couple weeks ago. I saw that they got made a whole dinner or something.
Oh yeah, so the meals are provided by local restaurants.
Are they really?
So for the most part, or people or volunteers too. And so there's I think that I'll post on their Facebook page almost every night just a little blurb saying who the meal came from, and it's really cool to see the community come together, especially I just say especially in Alton, because I'm volunteering in Alton, so that's the one I know a little bit more about. But just seeing some of these local businesses come forward and talking about how they go out of their way to provide meals and stuff like that, it just is really kind of awesome. So it's an interesting situation, and that being said, we're looking for volunteers, especially Granite City. They are like, right now, it just has been a couple of people every night, and they're like the same people every night, and that can burn you out, especially like these last couple of weeks where we've been open every night. So Granite City could really use some volunteers if anyone finds it in their heart to do that. But I think that's the other thing too. I think people comment sometimes and say, the Owl's open, to clarify, the Owl's open when the overnight temperature drops below 20 degrees in Alton. And so a lot of times people comment and they say, that's cool and all, but like, it's really cold out, or like the snow's coming down, or it's, maybe it's only 30 degrees, but that still is freezing, and that's completely true. And I think any volunteer you talk to would agree that we'd love to be open, but it just is
a resource issue.
Unfortunately, it just is a lack of people. So I think anybody who has those thoughts where they say like, damn, it'd be really nice to see this open more often, please come out and volunteer, because like that kind of compassion is exactly the kind of thing that the Owls need too.
Oh, 100%. And even if you can't volunteer, there's always ways that you can donate or do something to help them out and keep the lights on too, because whether or not it's $2,000 or $5 or $50,
awesome. Yeah.
you can still, there's always ways that you can do it if you truly wanted to help, and you aren't obligated to it. Just a thought.
Yeah. There's an Amazon wish list out on it's overnight warming locations on Facebook. If you go there, you'll be able to find it locally. And also even tonight there's an opportunity. Old Bakery Beer Co. is doing Drink for a Cause tonight.
Oh, that's right. So, it is overnight.
Yeah, for the overnight warming location. So that's a great chance to just get dinner and do that. So I'll be there. If anyone sees me, come say hi.
There you go. Hey, we'll take a quick break. Sydney's not going anywhere, though. More Daily Show with Blog Talk comes your way next after a quick commercial break in the heart of the 618.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
With over over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
I'll be over the edge now in no time at all. I'm falling faster and faster and faster with no time to stall.
Got any 5K lights underneath that table? Welcome back to our daily show. 9:36 is the time. Cindy Sinks back in studio. Alrighty. So, when do you volunteer next?
It'll depend on the weather.
Oh, so
your
team. So how does it work, though?
Oh, yeah.
So, because obviously, that's where I think my brain and maybe the public's brain gets disconnected because we're used to work. So, Monday through Friday and consecutive days. So, how is it just when? So let's say it's going to be what? Not tonight, but this weekend, the overnight warming locations will be open again,
right? Because
it'll be in the single digits.
Be cold, yeah.
So I'm guessing if this is the start of the season, Team 1 does the first night, Team 2 does the second night that it's open, Team 3, and then it just keeps going.
Cycles, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's not like your consecutive days in a row.
No. So that's kind of the nice thing too, is they're trying to
Are some people consecutive days in a row?
If you decide to sub or something like that, then you might have consecutive days in a row. Especially these last couple of weeks when we've been back-to-back nights, it's been very busy. So, but you still get those 2 nights off because your team goes. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, so that's kind of nice. But they do it in that way just to make sure that nobody burns out, which is completely understandable. But that's why Granite City then needs volunteers, because they've just had the same core group of people volunteering every single night. So that's huge shout out to Granite City for that. But definitely,
well, it's hard to get the train moving. On anything.
Yeah.
So hopefully you get more volunteers up there, and
for sure,
and it'll be its own engine like you guys are.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Speaking of
good
cold,
news.
is it cold down here to you?
It's better than I thought it was going to be.
Because my hands, I can't move them.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous down here. This whole building's kind of cold, to be honest.
I'm not trying to complain. But see, I'm complaining about it being probably 55 to 60 degrees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why when Tyler talks about doing that overnight camp out,
I
think that's such a unique thing to do, because, we take so many things for granted, and I think it'd be perfect. My thought is it's not really, it could be for ourselves, but how often do we check our own egos until someone else does, or we get into an argument? So if you have some, kids that maybe are a little bit spoiled, and they, I think that would be a great thing to do, and say, all right, we're going to go outside and camp out for a night and see how you like it being in this experience, know?
Well, it fosters empathy. Yeah.
And you get to see what it's like, because I mean, I couldn't do 50 degrees, Sydney. There's no way I could do 30.
Yeah, you don't realize how dangerous the temperatures get until times like this. And that's one other thing I want to shout out is, this opens in the winter times, and people talk about homelessness, especially in the winter times, but this is a year-round thing. The heat's just as deadly,
Well, if it's 105 out, especially in the summer in July.
Especially, it's just as deadly. And even though we talk about homelessness, especially around the holidays or wintertime, which is great, I think just remembering to year-round, these initiatives could use help and funding and volunteers, not the owls necessarily, but just other initiatives too. So that's, again, if that's, your calling, whatever your calling is. I talk to people a lot about like passionate people about their organizations and stuff like that. And I always ask them, like, what do you say to people? Because I think the issue seems so big. It's like, what do you say to people who want to start, but they aren't even sure where to start?
Yeah.
And they always say, think about what you're passionate about and start there. So I think that's really interesting. So if it's animals or veterans or children or whatever, there are options in the community for you to volunteer at or donate at or whatever.
Well, and see, because sometimes too, and I think that's a bigger point, is you get all these nonprofits that start that have the same mission.
Yeah.
And I'm not degrading anybody, but just sometimes doing a little bit of research, and not saying you join up or you match everything word for word, but you have the conversation with the individual, see if you're on the same wavelength, and start working with them. You don't need to create your own thing if it's already existed. You can just help make that one better. We don't all have to be the boss.
That's a great point too, yeah. And quick shout out to, along those lines, Project Homeless Connect is coming up on January 31st at Riverbend Family Ministries.
What's that? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, it's basically, it's just a bunch of nonprofits get together, and it's for unhoused community members or people who want to help, and you come to Riverbend Family Ministries and you just learn about all the services in the area. So
that's cool.
It's really cool. And if you present, our article just came out or should be coming out in the next couple of minutes about it, and if you present the flyer that's in the article, or you find the flyer on Facebook or whatever, to the bus system, MCT, you'll get a ride free.
Oh,
to the
that's
event. So it's really
neat.
cool.
Yeah. Well, and I think another thing too that I wanted to point out that you did on Christmas Eve, because I was on vacation. Yeah, that didn't happen. You created a volunteer list, just organizations that you can volunteer at, and it's really for if you're interested in volunteering. I highly encourage you to check it out. But also, it's that time of the year where National Honor Society stuff comes up, and you're going to have to get your service hours in. And honestly, what better way to do it than to help local organizations? So direct your senior, your junior in your life to, the Riverbend Resource Guide Sydney created that's on Blog Talk and on Riverbender. And there's so many good ones that you picked.
It's so cool. No, and it just going through that list was just fascinating to realize how many nonprofits.
I've pretty much had almost every single one of these
That's really
organizations on the show. I was looking through 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's really cool.
I've only not had 4 of these folks on the show. So there we go.
That's amazing. No, that and goes to speak to just the crazy and wonderful things that people are doing around here. Just wonderful stuff. So it's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool. So with that being said, are you working Friday or Saturday or Sunday?
We'll see. We'll see what the temperatures look like over these next couple of days. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Rough,
so you're going to be. We'll go right now because we have RiverBender.com /weather.
That's actually what the owls use to check.
That's why I threw it out.
So there you go.
I'm a step or two ahead of the game. So Friday probably won't be open because it's going to be, and that's where you're right.
Yeah.
It's in that in between where it's 26 degrees, but it's raining.
It's so cold.
So there you go. But on Saturday, a high of 30, a low of 11. So you'll be open Saturday. Oh, goodness. Saturday, Sunday, 2 degrees. Monday, 3 degrees. So those 3 days, probably into Tuesday.
Yeah, we got a couple of frigid days.
So are you going to be on the Sunday or Monday crew?
Probably, we'll see, but probably Monday. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the weather. But that being said, if you're listening to this and you want to help, or if you're listening to this and you want to figure out how to utilize the owls too, and come and spend the night there, then just come. Just show up at 5.
Well, and if you're in new areas like Granite City, not to cut you off, and you see somebody that is struggling or somebody, tell them about the owl because it's new for your area. So, and folks watch us in St. Charles and all over the St. Louis Metro East. So if you're in Granite City today and you're watching this, know that is available to you, and know that you can help support them financially or volunteer, because that's pretty tough. If you're a team of how many volunteers that doesn't get any nights off or any rotations, That's a lot of stress.
It's a lot. Between the Edwardsville and Alton Owl, it takes about 40 to 50 volunteers a night to make it happen.
Really?
So, yeah. So if you want to volunteer, there are a couple of trainings coming up.
Does it really take that many volunteers?
Yeah, it's wild.
That is incredible. Well, I get it because there's I get it. Man.
So it's kind of wild, but if there are trainings coming up, and if you want to volunteer, go to Overnight Warming Locations on Facebook. That's where they post if they're open. That's where they post all kinds of information about the owls, and so you can come and learn a little bit more. Yeah.
Really cool.
Very cool. Yeah. Thank you.
What are you writing about next week?
We'll see. You never know what's going to come down the pipeline, but it's exciting just knowing that there's so many exciting things happening in the community as the year starts off, and events and stuff like that.
I need to start getting elbow pads in these suit jackets. I already have I hate I hate jackets that don't have shoulder pads in it because I don't have broad shoulders.
That's fair.
So I always have to look like I'm bigger than what I am.
I get that.
But the elbow, I keep banging that darn thing, and I need.
Oops.
Hold on here, and it's like I hit the elbow
funny.
so hard, but it hurts.
Yeah, no, that sounded painful.
Sorry, I'm complaining about my life, Chief.
No, that's completely allowed. That sounded kind of rough. So
we'll find out. Hey, Sydney, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
With that being said, you can stop by SparksJunkRemoval.net anytime to start your journey with the Queen of Junk today. For 30 years, she's been the Queen of Junk Removal, and now for the next 30, she's the Queen of Junk and the Queen of Weekly Trash Pickup. You call 618-781-1407 for your junk pickup services, junk removal services. Get to that hot tub you've had in there since Bill Clinton was president that's been rotting out, and the mold has mold, and the mosquitoes are 6th generation. Time to throw that out before the neighbors call the city on you. So go ahead, go to SparksJunkRemoval.net. You can also click on this tab on the screen that says Services. Bingo! And then you go to Weekly Trash Service, where you can see that phone number being 618-433-1128, and you can sign up for that weekly trash service, those purple yellow trash cans mating like bunny rabbits, because she's quite frankly the best. SparksJunkRemoval.net, and don't forget to tell them CJ sent you over her way.